NZ Dark NZ, starting a stream for Biomutant, first playthrough, no tutorials or what. Let's see how
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psy-Freak. Commando. Deadeye. Sentinel. Sentinel chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your...
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end. Eventually, it'll be my way or...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
This is pretty cool. Made my character and picked...
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
Yeah. Let's go.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Run, you little fella! Hey, so maybe it's that.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
I'll be ready. Shut the door, man. Boom.
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Get a grip. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. doesn't look good for... Don't let go. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. You're in pain. Squish it! That's the good stuff. Busting heads. Muscles like steel. Fits you well.
So far, I'm pretty happy with this game.
Look,
It's pretty cool.
an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Oh yeah, crowbar. Old world clawbar. Pick up. Should I equip it? Alright. It's a tool.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
It's not too hard for being on hard, but
Whoa! Trying to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
tutorial must be. Oh, what's this purple?
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Uppity up up. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It's just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Flat hat. Dead already. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Those are the kind of things you need. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, But the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what LUPA-LUPIN did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. The potato. You might. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its... You handle that net like you... Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 2012 month. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your moon... He lost you there for a while, but no memory. He says he remembers every single day he devoted. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters... The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of Miami. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's... He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your... You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Bunker 101? It's like Vault 101.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.